episodes in. We got 5 episodes today. They're 5 good episodes again. I don't know if I don't think we're quite back at the golden age we were at a few episodes back, but it's still good stuff. It's still very good stuff, I think. But like looking back, I can feel they kind of run out. This wasn't that peak age that we were having when we were having what was it? Garage sale, road trip, or that first golden age way back in the day when we were getting Dragon and video game, crazy cartoon, Japanese cartoon. But this stuff is all still good, really good.
Press eject, y'all! Press eject, y'all! Well, it's another email and I'm about to reject y'all! Dear Strongman,
Very good.
is the paper really quitting? Could you tell me the best moment that...
Oh, right. Dude, what was that? I think like last time, like the paper was like really gross and sick looking, and they just left it like that. So I guess we got we got an unresolved cliffhanger.
You had with the paper. Thank you, Kyle Williams. North Ogden. No, the paper's not quitting, Kyle. You total Ogdenite. Old Papes is at the top of his game. The prime of his time. The cusp of his stuff. No! The paper! No! Why do all my 30-year-old electronics keep breaking on me? We sure...
I guess that's the difference between like a computer and like a toaster. Okay. My family is using the same toaster my great-great-grandmother used, and it works great. You guys just bought an awesome toaster 2 years ago that you already have to replace.
Did, pal. Why, I remember the day you were born like it was about to happen in a wavy flashback.
Hurry up, Sniper Stripe. I want to print out that butt I made out of hyphens and dollar signs. Did you hear that? It said pre-ow.
Yeah, world.
You
You got
always...
Strong Side wearing the Charlotte Brown shirt before he decided, you know what? The world deserves to see this. Start wearing clothes.
Over the boards on defense.
Overstar had the ball at the top of the key. Dribble, dribble, shoot.
Oh, get that weak mess out of here.
Oh, man. Wish I had a time and space transcending piece of paper on my team.
Space transcending pieces of paper. Oh man, who hasn't played a good old game of basketball? Footsketball. And of course, you know, the visitors are buying out the victory. Nobody cares, sir.
I wasn't crazy about you.
Hey there. For wasted earth, 6 or 11.
Goth face. Or your preppy face,
Okay, Goth face was epic.
for that matter. But
Go.
you always watched out for your younger brothers and sisters.
He's still old Goth. You can't kick the Goth out.
Look, I was just trying to pour Mountain Dew on it. Oh, wait. I mean Mellow Yellow on it. Oh, wait. I mean Sierra Mist.
Obviously, Mountain
Russia.
Dew.
George.
And who knows how many times you saved my shiny black keister. How is this island sinking? I didn't even kill any end bosses. The paper. I thought you were still
Anybody
young
need a
guy.
lift?
Let's go. I can't believe this is really it.
It is time. You know what to
my
do.
striped friend. And the paper goeth into the How's it coming up there, Bubs? I'm almost finished.
It's a well-known scientific fact that if you tape a printer to the ceiling, it can print out paper most anywhere. Most people don't know that, but you really got to try duct taping a printer to your ceiling.
There! Alright.
It's the duct tape. Duct tape can do anything.
2.0. hell's that gargle mash?
That is the sound of printers that I grew up with. So that was actually immediately retroactively nostalgic to me at the time and stuff.
Clonk-a-donk. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue. All right, newspaper. You are officially on trial status, so you better get to impressing.
Ooh, whoa! I don't know if I can show that on YouTube.
Oh, dang! Oh, dang! Look, we're not doing this again. Look, we're not doing this again. We're really not doing this again.
Oh, that's a reference to how long is this going for? Yeah, I'm not even like it's one of those things where, like, one person making a sound, and another person making a sound, and then another person making a sound, another person making a sound, and they're all like playing on top of each other. You know, your classic. Hey people, so is it Snape, Severus Snape, Dumbledore, Snape, Severus, Ron, Dumbledore, Hermione, Snape, Ron, Hermione, Dumbledore, Snape, Ron, hold on her shoulder. You know, that whole thing from Harry Potter Puppet Pals way back in the day. This is just that. I think it was even that maybe after Harry Potter Puppet Pals. I think it was starting to catch up with Golden Age YouTube. So that one's done, is my point. Next one, Mini Golf from Davian Makes. Oh, share it again by Davian Makes Stuff Up. Sure.
Email! I'm so in love with you, it's kind of inappropriate.
Objectively superior to regular golf.
Strong Bad. I was wondering if Strong Badia had a miniature golf course, because I think it would be cool if Strong Badia had a miniature golf course.
Hoping to play the Strong Badia miniature golf course soon.
Somebody no one cares about in Iowa. Also known as everyone in Iowa. What, are you getting paid every time you say the words miniature golf course? Because I, miniature golf course, like to get in on that miniature golf course. Sure.
Miniature golf course.
Miniature golf course. I don't sell out for cheap.
That's just
I usually get Cosmic Bowling $50 every time I hit that paintball place down the street. Mention some kind of waterslide dance voice for a fun time emporium. No, not now. Did that sound like I was done? Get back up there. Anyways, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, mini golf. Strong Badia doesn't have a place of its own. So when we need to get our tiny golf on, we usually head over to Sweet Puttin' Cakes. And yes, it's every bit as messed up as the cartoon on which it's based. In fact, we don't even know how to get there. It's just like, 1 minute you're thinking about miniature golf. You know what I love? The smell of that rubber handle on the putters that you know like 1,000 other people. And the next minute, you're there.
What?
Whoa! Your descent into madness begins on the first hole. The wormhole.
Huh? Get your own. Huh?
There, this kind of sums up, for those of you miniature, I have a miniature golf course with my family like a month ago. This does capture that feeling of that whole, usually it's like on a hill though, not a flat one, which seems like it should be super, super simple to do, but no one can, except that one guy, the guy in the family who you do not want to be successful. You know, the guy who's like, oh my god, guys, it's so simple. Why are you even struggling with this? The whole miniature golf thing is so dumb. Hanging out with your family is so dumb. You are all terrible people. Watch this. Whoop, hole in one. Look how easy that was. You're all faking it. Political views.
I'm gonna say that's a boardie. Yep, definitely a boardie.
Things calm down a little bit for the Ed, Steve hole. What? Okay, jeez. I didn't know you were ahead of us. No need to play the whole demo, man. And of course, if you sink the putt, you get rewarded with that heavenly sound.
See.
Fruity-roo-roo and a fruity-froo! The place isn't above some of the usual mini-golf transgressions, though. Like the infamous statue hole. Oh, watch out, Dechid. There's a statue of a wheelchair outside the field of play. Several feet away. Not moving at all. Just statuing. On top of that, the hole is about 1 foot from the tee. Isn't the fun almost too much to take? And yes, even in this infernal place, you can't escape the blue.
Ooh, see, that's what I was about to be afraid of, though. It looks really simple, and it is really simple. But if you let yourself overthink it, and as soon as you get over those holes, it's gonna have enough momentum to get over the next hole. And for some reason, even though that tiny little tap was enough to get over one hill, and that momentum got over the next hill, when you go back and you try really hard, you're only going to barely get over the first hill, and then it's gonna stay there. And now, boom, you are 3 to 4 putts down on a one putt par course.
Ooh, family recreation water. That stuff's just begging for kids to either drink it or pee in it. Or worse.
Whew, I didn't find my ball, but I did see some exotic marine life.
Was in that boat?
All that's down there is cigarette butts.
And the ball.
Sweet. The
I don't know if I'm allowed to show that on YouTube.
18th hole puts a unique twist on the standard bottomless hole that sucks your golf ball away forever hole.
Oh, I guess I forgot the port. Oh, I guess I forgot the bread. Oh, cork of a port.
This will go on forever if you let it. In fact,
the
only way we've found to leave sweet puttin'
Probably pronounce it perfectly the fourth time.
cakes is to simply will yourself back into reality. Don't follow me, but on this ride. Huh? Whoa, that was weird. My mouth tastes like backwards. Your mouth tastes like what?
Ah.
Cheat, you didn't. There you go. See? That was a punchline. And another thing. Are you ever not running out of ink?
Oh dang, why saw this actually not move? You just holding on? You just holding on this to make it look longer than it is? Oh, that ain't cool, Davian. Thumbing it down. That's not cool, Davian. I'm allowed to do that because that was a review as well. There we go. Tony D. Tony D never lets us down. So we're holding you to that.
I'm running through a field of emails. Paranoia, paranoia. Hey, strongman, have you ever been to a concert? If you have, what type of concert was it? Your dragon, Trogdor, smiley face? Wipe that smiley face off the word smiley face. You do not impersonate the Burninator. Got it? Yeah, I go to concerts.
Actual Trogdor would know. I've only been to like 2 concerts personally. I went to one who was like a jazz couple, whose name I can never remember. The guy was an absolutely like amazing legendary guitar player who I guess had also like trained most of the legendary guitar players who you think of when you think of legendary guitar players. And she was fine. And then the other one was a Two Cellos concert, which, you know what, I liked it when they were doing classical stuff, and I liked it when they were doing covers. Once they started doing their own stuff, I mean, they had a whole laser show thing, which was cool, but otherwise I was a little bored.
Why else would I own a pair of Hollywood Boulevards?
Oh, hello,
fleet-head boots. What are you all gussied up for?
Oh,
Shut up,
it's
man.
this
I
one. It's
always
this one.
dress like
All
this.
right.
I'm going to see Limousine tonight.
Incidentally, this is a very important extension on the series of pretending that you know about music when actually you're just quoting Homestar Runner.
But I never heard of the opening band, so I'm going to show up fashionably late. What are you all gussied down for?
I'm going to see a show tonight, too. But I've never heard of the headliner, so I'm going to leave fashionably early.
Well, those two things don't sound at all related. Bye, loser. Hey, guess what? They were related.
Wait, what? They
Apparently,
were?
Limousine was trying to
Whoa.
expand their audience into people that went to college. So they got this band Sloshy to open up for them.
Oh,
But
hell
Limousine
yeah.
ended up canceling because
Our audience must be 94% hot young females with bangs higher than or equal to our own.
So Baldy? 114 cans of hairspray, 4 tubes of leather pants removers, Jenga and/or Pictionary. Because I mean, they are humans at the end of the day. And what are they gonna do? Play Catan? We don't want the band breaking up this early. Let's be honest. You know, I don't even go to bands, but I have to figure, you know, there's more female groupies than you think, but it's mostly going to be a bunch of sweaty guys.
And also a devil's X-ray.
Fuck yeah!
Limousine just
Announced
hung out
that
in
word,
their
I
tour
said
bus
fuck.
and watched ESPN Classic all night, while Sloshy played both
Ew.
sets. Needless to say, I was perplexed and in Treadway. So, help me.
Okay, so now this is a parody of like of a thing that was like really popular with commercials at the time. I know I can name like 2 off the top of my head that had like a whole series of things. Icebreakers Liquid Ice. Like they had a whole series where they would basically do this, discussing whether it was liquid or it was ice. And then there was that, and then there was the one where what's his face who plays the stripper in Friends, and Arnold Schwarzenegger's twin brother in that one movie, and then the guy from Ocean's 11. He's like trying to get the guy from Ocean's 11 to tell him where he got this cool looking coffee, and then they do that
Me out
basically.
here. Were they missing some members? Where was their lead guitarist?
That was the whole band.
What? You're not allowed to have a band with only 3 people in it. And something else suspicious. What happened to the bass's sunglasses? Did the lenses fall out?
No, Strong Bad, those were just regular glasses.
Shock and horror! But they must be like a brand new band, right?
No, they've been around for 5 or 6 years now.
Then why haven't they grown their hair long yet?
I think those are just their haircuts, Strong Bad.
Really? So somebody must have stolen their costume trailer, huh? Man, that's rough. I couldn't wear any of their spandex or latex or Tex-Mex.
They don't wear costumes. They're probably just wearing what they've been wearing all day.
But the music rocked.
Yes.
And they weren't wearing costumes.
No.
Huh. Interesting. There were no high leg kicks or choreographed spin moves. And that one guy even had his back to us all night. It's like they don't really even care about me. Like when they played that song called We Don't Really Even Care About You.
We don't really even care about you. And no pyrotechnics?
Nope. They just strung a bunch of Christmas lights over their bass drum.
And they still walked?
Yeah, totally. And they can't be bothered to play solos, so they always leave a space to sing your own. Check out these Marble Mows. Marble Mow, Marble Mow, Boodly Mow, Boodly Mow, Boodly Mow. Middly, middly, middly Mow, Middly Mow, 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 Marble Mow, Marble Mow, Marble Mow.
Hey, Sloshy!
Sloshy!
It is nice to see them getting along for once.
You guys are so late.
And that's how Sloshy.
Oof. It's not just Strong Bad saying it. It's not just Homestar saying it. It's Homestar playing with the Chic Commando saying it.
He became one of my favorite metal bands.
Strong bad. I wouldn't exactly call Sloshy metal.
What are you talking about? Of course they're metal. Look at the facts. No costumes, short hair, a logo that's not jaggedy or drippity at all, and songs that aren't about girls, Los Angeles, or good
Okay, fine. Like, they're fine, but this is that first one being okay, fine.
times. Wait a minute. You tricked me.
Ancient art of war.
Sloshy's not metal.
I didn't trick you. I was just helping you broaden your horizons.
I'll broaden your horizons. And
Just like
how
that, it's
Sloshy
over.
became one.
But yeah, they're not metal. They are the alternative rock band. Way back in the episode where he was watching the only known recording of the limousine cartoon, they were the alternative rock band that stole the gig or whatever.
One of my least favorite bands. Ugh, that sound. It's got no punch. You just kind of
Chunk,
slither
chunk, chunk.
out like a boring
Punch is
lizard's
right there.
tongue. Let's try this. There we
Like
go.
me now.
We're good at least until you completely shred that disc.
You need them too.
Oh, hello, Miss Tretta. Check out some more card gauges in Tragway.
Huh?
Don't tell no Mandy. It's just a landlord turned bankways. If you help me buy it, I'll cut you in. I'll help you buy it. I'll help you buy it.
He's trying to sell it, but no.
Wow,
Here we go.
that Danny Ainge complains about every call.
I'm totally mesmerized by Kevin McHale's armpit hair. Ooh.
What? There we go.
Where did these mud baths come from? These things are awesome. Ah!
Well, I didn't know about that last click. I know about the other two. Okay. Here we go. Hygiene. Hygiene. I've seen. I don't know why I've seen this particular one.
You
before.
took an
I
email
like it.
down
It's
step
good.
2. You tell some kid he's a dork.
I think it. Like in 5th grade, we had like a whole semester where like the last half hour of each class was dedicated to all these hygiene to watching a hygiene video for like the whole semester. So kind of nostalgic for me, I guess.
Dear Strongbat, in 5th grade, I have to watch a lame hygiene movie.
Just once.
I was
It was
thinking
like,
you could make a better movie about hygiene than the cruddy school version. Your friend, John Cactus, la 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 la. 5th grade boys? Man, what happened to the hot college girls that used to email me? You ladies stop your repenting pillow fighting and drop me a line. Yeah, I
their
suppose
kids
I
started
could make a
watching.
cruddy hygiene
Or
movie
however the heck
for
my
you,
friends
John.
found out about it and they told me when I was in the 3rd
So much
grade.
more satisfying to make a cruddy hygiene movie about you.
Eef.
Meet John. John is a cruddy 5th grader. Hi, John.
I'm a latchkey champion.
Meet Jean. Jean is a beacon of light shining through the stink cloud generated by John. Hi, Jean. G-G-I-G-O. Thank God I'm Jean. Jean is popular and doesn't get good grades. John has no friends and sits in the front row. What is John missing that Jean has? Besides rich parents. That's right. Hygiene. Hi, gals. Hygiene is defined as how close people are willing to stand next to you. John
They're
wears
not wrong.
shabby clothes. That's not
They're not wrong. And for all the nerd desperation, denigration. I used to go to the Magic releases. I worked for a year at a comic shop that mostly made most of its money from selling Magic cards to middle schoolers. I work now at a bookstore. I've dealt with plenty of people who have somehow become adults without learning what mouthwash is. And it shows. Well, not. Well, actually, it does show too. But I mean, I can be wearing a COVID certified mask with pane of glass in front of us and stand a good 3 feet away from each other, and I can still smell it. So you know what you do? I don't need you to go to the dentist. I don't need you to floss. I don't need you to brush your teeth. Just pop a Listerine and one of those little flat mint things in there before you go into a public place.
Smell like chocolate milk with a stomach virus.
That's exactly what it is.
Gene's mom buys all his clothes, but she's young and hot enough for that to be okay. Mommy's got a grown-up headache, Jeannie. Why don't you take the boat out for a while? Every morning, John wakes up and forgets to wash his stupid, dumb, stinking, fat, smelling, stupid, dumb every morning. The radiant energy from
how
Gene's
John
face
must have felt.
powers this small light bulb. John's mouth is an ecological train wreck and has a nest of rare South American moths living inside it.
Like, this isn't like if I can't go to sleep at night without brushing my teeth because I can like feel that. I can feel it. How do some of you people live? Like I don't even think a lot of these guys are smoking. Okay, if it's a woman, I know they're smoking. You can tell if they're smoking. The guys, it's just like the second they turned 18, they're like, no, I'm not brushing my teeth anymore because I'm an adult.
Now you be back before Din, Chauncey.
Gene's mouth is a national park, and his saliva is sold in South America as a wonder drug. John leaves food out all over his room, and a family of squatters have taken up residence.
Again, this isn't 5th grade. I'm sure it's for some 5th graders, but some people, the moment they hit college, and then continuing after that, it's this. Like, for some reason now it's like popular for girls to complain when they see an image of a guy's room, which is just like empty except for a lawn chair and a TV. It's just leaning against the phone. And I'm like, you know what? Be glad it's empty. Be glad it's freaking empty, and don't act like most of what your room is filled with isn't garbage. That's not like an opinionative statement on potpourri or whatever. No. No. This isn't a gendered issue, okay? Some people are just a mess. Some people are just a mess. The difference is that women are more likely to judge each other on it. So that's just the men are going to be a little less cunning about how they disguise their mess.
In a nearby laundry cave. Gene's room has a 16-car pileup of race car beds, and a family of 10 maids and special effects artists keep it realistically smoldering and burning. Oh, they also live in a nearby cave. What can John do to change his hygiene? Nothing at this point. By 5th grade, the damage is already done, and everyone will remember him as a smelly loser no matter what he does. He'll probably have to wait and go to an out-of-state college where he can reinvent himself.
Hooray!
Gene, on the other hand...
Or not.
Better keep up the status quo. If he slips up the slightest bit and gets lice or has an accident at school, those 5th graders will descend on him like a ravenous pack of hygiene wolves.
And depending on just how rich his parents are, it might not just be 5th graders. There might be a whole bunch of grown-up adults who've made it their literal business to humiliate you. And I do not care. I don't feel bad for you at all, Gene. Or various princes.
And tear him to shreds. Hooray!
There are people who are really successful on YouTube and now TikTok.
Okay, John, all done. I hope your classmates like my video. And don't worry, in 8 or 9 years you can just hide behind your new identity as a raver, a greaser, or whatever ancient Egyptian teenagers called themselves. And get out of here. None of the college hotties will show up if you're hanging around, moth mouth. You know, new paper, You keep sucking just enough to stay interesting.
Something about refreshing about a nice calibration test. I used to be able to have my printer print out an uncalibrated copy of my homework, and then a calibration test, and then a calibrated copy of my homework, all within like 3 minutes. I got weirdly good at it. Man, I don't think I ever noticed just how many strong Batman covers they did in these. Fourth and fifth, now where is my eternal supper? Well, the cat's name was Mabel, and this is a good enough excuse as any to remind you all that the guy voicing Strong Bad also voiced Armando on Gravity Falls.
I love it! Where can I get me some of this hygiene?
You know, for a guy that lives about 10 feet from a bunch of showers, you'd think it'd be a little more familiar.
What showers?
That big tiled room with all the shower heads coming out of the wall?
I thought them's were my drippy broken speakers. I got mad 4-inch tweeters, B.
And more to the point, it means where he lives is always super moist and filled with athlete's foot fungus. Like, I do not want to know what's under the One Piece thing he lives in. Here we go. Original. I don't trust you, Davian. I don't trust you. It looks like you don't hold it forever on the end of this one. So now, I've mentioned a few times before now how much I miss the original Bubs, and now they're going to get into that.
Groping around in the dark, trying to find an email. Da 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 blue garden down. Tails and horns, Strong Bad. Have you ever been watching your favorite shows and sequels and suddenly realized that your favorite character has been unscrupulously replaced with another actor? Nicholas and Antonio, Lansing, Michigan. Wait, you guys are really asking me that? We do that to you people all the time. There've been like 12 King of Towns. And are you telling me you've already forgotten about the original Bubs?
Hiya, original Bubs. How's original business?
Hey,
oh, yeah.
I can see you from here.
That's some great eyesight, original Bubs.
But it wasn't all good eyesight and cheap prices. Behind the scenes lay a thick, bubbling pit of crude turmoil. Who ate all the mayo off of my egg salad?
And how?
It's a proprietary technique I can't reveal. This is the first and last straw. I'm out of here, you amateurs.
Even after they replaced it, I think that was the third King of Town. Yeah, third one. Still didn't get him back. Ugh.
The original Bubs' future uncertain. We had to come up with some pretty creative ways to write him into stories so that viewers didn't know he was gone.
Well, original Bubs, who is totally behind that refrigerator box, says I won the yodeling contest. Well, original Bubs, who is totally behind that dishwasher box, behind that washer dryer.
Whoa, hold on. That was one of those. Oh, of course it was. I'm not good at these. I completely fall for it whenever shows do this kind of thing.
Box, that hot water heater box, behind that toothpick sculpture.
I caught that. I did catch the last one.
Once it became apparent that original Bubs was gone for good, there was an interim period of rotating guest Bubs. Like when talk show hosts have surgery or go to jail.
Hey there, Senator Card Gauge Bubs. Let me get a vanilla cheese Coke.
Oh, I should eat a pony. Ah, what can I get for you fine gentlemen? Never mind, crack stunt Bubs. Oh, I should eat a pony.
Okay, this was like when Steven Seagal was on Saturday Night Live, alright? The crack stuntman, because like everyone was acting like it was a really big deal. Actually, that's not. Milton Berle. Milton Berle in this. That's what it was like. Everyone was like acting like it's a really big deal, and then he actually shows up, and that's when it's a little more like Steven Seagal. You know, he completely buys into his own hype. He doesn't really add to the energy at all. In fact, it distracts from it. It was a mess. It's hard to find, but if you can find the documentary for that episode, it's worth watching.
And don't forget fan favorite,
Oh my.
onion bug.
Yes! Onion Bob! Onion Bob! Yes!
Finally, we had to settle on a little-known Bubs with zero experience, and it's been downhill ever since. Ahem. Oh, hey, new Bubs. We're
Speaking
gonna
of
need
that,
a
huh?
new strong man in about 2 seconds. Yeah, original Bubs used to threaten me like that. It just doesn't sound the same coming out of you. Yeah, original Bubs used to pummel me senseless like that.
Is that,
It just doesn't sound...
is
Okay.
that-
You tell these people I'm the original Bub. All right.
Now you understand why it's so hard to find any original Bubs content, okay? It's because this guy is threatening everyone.
You're the original Bubs. That's right. 100% all original Bubs. If I had thumbs, I'd be sticking them up my armpits right now.
100% all original Bubs. If he had thumbs,
That's how you know he's not the original Bubs.
he'd be sticking them up his armpits right now.
What we really do replace people. Take the new paper, for instance. Come on, new paper. Disappoint me. Whoop. Now, when it comes to disappointing, you never disappoint.
Oh, I mean. Okay. Oh, yeah. I know there's no click at the end of this, but I think it's mostly just screaming at onion bubs again. I mean, it's onion bubs. So you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe.